not Ford or Romeo. Barcelona reaches an agreement for the transfer of its player to Real Mallorca. Barcelona sets the sale price for Fermin Lopez. Bernal is close to returning to the pitch, and Barcelona ties him to a huge release clause. A surprising comment from Julian Alvarez about Barcelona. And before we start, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about Barcelona's comeback against Levante. And if you are a Barcelona fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a like, and follow our page. Not Ford or Romeo. Barcelona reaches an agreement for the transfer of its player to Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca has reached an agreement with Spanish club Barcelona to sign one of the first-team football players during the current summer transfer window. The Spanish newspaper Sport revealed that Real Mallorca reached an agreement with Barca to sign the young player Jan Virgili in the ongoing summer transfer window. Real Mallorca agrees with Barcelona to sign Jan Virgili. The Spanish newspaper pointed out that it is difficult for the Spanish winger to get playing time with Barca's first team due to the crowded competition in his position with skilled and experienced players. Virgili's move to Real Mallorca comes from his desire to gain more minutes on the pitch and acquire experience through First Division matches. In a related context, rumors have circulated about a meeting between the Portuguese Deco, Barca's sporting director, and his counterpart at Real Mallorca to finalize the transfer of Hector Ford, a player from the Catalan club. Meanwhile, Spanish midfielder Oriol Romeu has reached an agreement with Barca to terminate his contract officially, with reports indicating that he may also join Real Mallorca. Barcelona sets the sale price for Fermin Lopez. Spanish club Barcelona has set the sale price for its young player Fermin Lopez during the current 2025 summer transfer window, ahead of the market closing in the coming days. Earlier, several major European clubs expressed their desire to sign Fermin Lopez from Barcelona this summer, most notably English club Chelsea. The management of the Catalan club wants to offload some players before the summer transfer window closes, either through sales or loans, in order to resolve the financial crisis currently affecting the Spanish club. Barcelona sets a minimum of 70 million euros to sell Fermin. According to the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, German coach Hansi Flick relies on Fermin Lopez, and the Catalan club will only consider his departure if the player requests it, and a huge offer of 70 million euros arrives. The newspaper added that, so far, there is no evidence of a potential move for Fermin Lopez to Chelsea, but it is clear that the Catalan club has been aware of the Blues' interest in the player for some time, although no official offers have yet been received. It also noted that Barcelona will not let Fermin go for less than 70 million euros, the figure discussed by players at the Joan Gamper Sports City on Tuesday, after reviewing news from England and Spain. The report concluded that Chelsea has given the player a 48-hour deadline to decide whether he is ready to move to Stamford Bridge, and if he gives the green light, Chelsea will submit an official offer to Barcelona. Fermin Lopez's contract duration with Barcelona. Earlier, FC Barcelona announced the renewal of young midfielder Fermin Lopez's contract until June 30th, 2029, including a release clause valued at 500 million euros. Bernal is close to returning to the pitch, and Barcelona ties him to a huge release clause. Young player Marc Bernal of Barcelona's first football team is close to resuming his participation with the first team, after receiving the green light to return to the pitch following his near-complete recovery from an injury that kept him out since last year. The Catalan newspaper Sport reported that Barcelona's head coach Hansi Flick intends to give him playing minutes in the upcoming period, waiting for the international break, while he may also be given some minutes in the match against Valencia on September 14th, progressing step by step. Barcelona sets a huge release clause in Bernal's contract. The newspaper added that Marc Bernal has agreed to renew his contract with Barcelona, with an official announcement expected soon. The new contract includes a massive release clause worth 1 billion euros, reflecting the club's confidence in the player's abilities, especially after the remarkable performances he showed with Barcelona last summer when he was part of the first team. Marc Bernal's injury at Barcelona. Young player Marc Bernal was injured during Barcelona's match against Rayo Vallecano in the third round of last season's La Liga, which Barcelona won 1-0. During this match, Bernal suffered a tear in the anterior cruciate ligament of his left knee, as well as a meniscus injury, and the Catalan club announced at the time that he would be out for 12 months. Bernal joined the team's training camp during the preseason tour in Asia before continuing his physical and technical preparations with his teammates, paving the way for his official return to play with Barcelona in the next season. A surprising comment from Julian Alvarez about Barcelona. In a statement that sparked many reactions in the Spanish sports scene, Argentine star Julian Alvarez, currently playing for Atletico Madrid, spoke about Barcelona's performance under their German coach Hansi Flick following the recent comeback against Levante. Alvarez's comments surprised many, as he did not only praise the Catalan team's fighting spirit, but also sent a message containing a subtle warning to their La Liga rivals, including Atletico Madrid itself. Alvarez began his statement. What Barcelona is doing under Flick cannot be considered a mere coincidence. It is the result of systematic work and a new culture instilled by the coach in the dressing room. We have all seen how they turn around from a 2-goal deficit into a relentless attacking team, overturning the result in critical moments. For me, this reflects the character of a champion, and it must be acknowledged. The surprise was not in Alvarez's recognition of Barcelona's abilities, but in his insistence that his team, Atletico Madrid, should learn from this model, saying, "At Atletico, we need to adopt the same mindset, because matches are not decided only by tactics or star players, but by determination and the ability to believe until the last minute." Barcelona has become a specialist in comebacks, and we cannot ignore this if we want to compete for the title. Praise for Pedri and the role of young players. Alvarez highlighted Spanish star Pedri Gonzalez, who was the hero of the recent comeback against Levante with his decisive strike from outside the box, stating, "What Pedri did was not just a goal. It was a clear message. This generation of Barcelona does not know how to give up." Pedri is an exceptional player in his vision of the game and his ability to appear at the right moment. For me, this type of player is what makes a real difference in a team aspiring to dominate domestically and in Europe. He added, "It is clear that Hansi Flick has found in Pedri, Yamal, Gavi, and other young players ideal tools to implement his philosophy. And this is a dangerous combination because they not only possess technical quality, but also the passion and desire to write a new history." Warning to Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Although Alvarez plays for Atletico Madrid, his statement carried a clear warning, saying, Real Madrid, Atletico, and the other teams must realize that Barcelona under Flick is not like before. This is a team that plays with the same intensity until the last minute and is not affected by being behind. I believe this mentality is the most dangerous thing Barcelona currently possesses. He continued, "In La Liga, a single match can change the course of the championship. If you think that being 2 goals ahead of Barcelona guarantees the points, you are wrong. They are capable of coming back at any moment, and this makes facing them one of the toughest challenges in Europe." A special vision for the future of La Liga. Alvarez concluded his statement with a surprising and frank message regarding Barcelona, saying, "I may be a player at Atletico, but I love fair football. What Barcelona is showing today deserves respect. It is true that our competition in La Liga is fierce, but one cannot deny that Flick has changed the team's face. If they continue with this spirit, I think we will witness one of the most competitive races for the league title in many years." He also noted that Barcelona's repeated comebacks in matches could make La Liga even more exciting. Fans now follow matches with greater enthusiasm because everyone is waiting to see what Barcelona will do if they fall behind. This is a new phenomenon that adds a dramatic and thrilling aspect to the competition. With this statement, Julian Alvarez has placed himself in a different position, as he did not just talk about Atletico Madrid's ambitions, but also highlighted a fierce competitor like Barcelona and openly acknowledged their abilities. A statement many considered a major surprise, especially since Atletico players' comments are often cautious regarding the Catalan team.